They are learning how to protect our skies in the best possible way. Ukrainian helicopter pilots are undergoing training in the United Kingdom as part of the multinational Operation Interstorm, which is focused on graduating Ukrainian pilots. More details in the report from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine.
In the United Kingdom, Ukrainian helicopter pilots are mastering new skills as part of the multinational Operation Interstorm. Max, a serviceman, has a father who is a paratrooper, and as a child, his father would sometimes take him on flights.
But I always paid attention, specifically to the pilot's cockpit. Well, I guess at that moment I really liked it, and I wanted to become a helicopter pilot.
A training course for helicopter flight instructors, a joint initiative of the Royal Air Force and NATO partners. Those who successfully complete the flight school program will themselves become instructors and pass on their knowledge to the next generation of Ukrainian pilots. Another student of the course, Vitaly, also dreamed of the sky after an open day at an educational institution in Ukraine.
For me personally, that very first combat flight felt just like I was in a thick fog. All my actions were automatic. Only after the entire flight had finally been completed, only then did you begin to vividly recall from your own memory exactly what you did, precisely when you did it, and exactly how it all happened in great detail.
All our pilots already have combat experience. They admit, the first battle, you barely realize what's happening. Everything is loud, there are lots of tasks. In Britain, the course began with ground training. The pilots studied theory, passed their exams, and received qualifications on a new type of aircraft.
We are very much like modern-day pioneers, and the long path for helicopter pilots serving abroad is only just beginning to open up for us. That is to say, we are currently training and educating a new generation of helicopter pilots who, just like us, will also be prepared to carry out critical combat missions and various types of essential training flights in the future.
Max and Vitaly have already passed their exams as instructors.
The training is conducted with British instructors who are very professional pilots. It's a pleasure to work with them, and they enjoy working with us as well. We work both in the air and on the ground, all in English.
The participants in the program call themselves pioneers. The path of training Ukrainian helicopter instructors abroad is just beginning.
By carefully having certain specific training programs available, we can thoroughly compare them and effectively take the best elements from both of these programs, the most useful, the most appropriate elements, and create a more modern and practical system for training the next generation. In
Britain, our pilots train on modern simulators and real helicopters. Each machine is treated with great care.
Approach, stroke the helicopter, kiss it, because every pilot treats the helicopter as if it were something alive. That is to say, he gives it a special name. You see, as I say, he gently calls it a swallow. Then he kisses it and says that everything will be perfectly fine and that we will eventually return home together, safe and unharmed.
During the training, Ukrainians noticed many similarities with the British, especially their sense of humor. They also note the very good attitude.
Our professional partners always treat us with the utmost respect, and almost every single day they reach out to ask us questions. How is your family? Is everything all right? They understand what is happening in our country.
The guys note that to work more effectively in Ukraine, more modern helicopters are needed,
which are equipped with their own FLIR systems, their own radar stations, and the latest weaponry. Helicopters that can carry air-to-air missiles that are fitted with modern machine guns and miniguns. Faster helicopters, newer helicopters with greater operational lifespan.
Recently, Ukrainian pilots graduated in the United Kingdom.
We sincerely hope that our aircraft fleet will be modernized and fully updated very soon, and we will use advanced Western-made equipment for much safer and significantly higher quality execution of all our missions.
Olena Astakova, based on materials from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Facts, ICTV United News.
4 buses carrying those released from captivity arrived quietly today without any horns. There is so much joy in the windows. 205 Ukrainian defenders are returning from captivity. Marines, paratroopers, border guards, National Guardsmen. Most of them had been in captivity for 4 years. Here, those who fought together and those who met in captivity have reunited.
Damn, seriously, damn it all. I can't believe this. You can't imagine, I asked everyone where, in which place, in which one.
Were you separated? Some were in one place, others were in another. They scattered us all over this damned Russia. Vartina.
Vartina,
In this exchange, there are many officers, 54. This hasn't happened in a long time. Glory
to the nation,
Glory to our fallen enemies.
trustworthy Cossacks. We
Our home.
They immediately start sending greetings to their families and making phone calls.
I love you very much.
Mom, wait for me. I'll be home soon. I
Send you hugs and kisses, my daughter. Mom,
It's nothing. Don't worry, Mom. Everything will be...
fine. Don't worry, everything is fine. I'm home. I love you. I'm asking you, call Mom back. Tell her everything is fine. Prepare her.
This is the morning when people want to hug us, simply because we are Ukrainians and they have returned.
However, the stories...
Are needed in Ukraine.
36th Maria Upal.
Yes, sir.
Welcome home. Marines?
Can I hug you?
Yes, of course you can do that. Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
We're waiting for you.
I love it so much. You really have no idea how much.
You are amazing for coming back.
Thank you.
Together with Yuri Ivanovich, we met 10 years ago. I hardly recognize him after the difficult years in captivity.
In 2015, right before New Year's, they were filming a report about us, and I had just arrived at headquarters.
I am searching and finally spot my good friend in the crowd. We were waiting for you so much. This is Alexander Yehorov.
Instead of 1,000 words, everything will be Ukraine. You
Might have seen him in our stories back in 2020. Back then he was a press officer. These are our photos together from near Mariupol. We knew that he ended up in Olenivka, then was transferred around Russia, and the last stop was Udmurtia. We waited. There is an apple in his hand. He hadn't seen such a luxury for so long.
It has been exactly 4 years, 1 month, and also 1 day.
Almost everyone carries their precious apples with them, sometimes risking taking a bite. Such an unimaginable treasure.
This is a Ukrainian apple.
It is truly such an unimaginable and incredible sight to behold.
This is a rare and magnificent treasure sought by explorers for centuries, a discovery of immense historical significance.
Serhiy has the most gifts. He is returning home on his 36th birthday. And 200 people, joyfully, they congratulate.
It was actually him, all along. Wishing him local health and happiness.
While in captivity, Yevhen Juk wrote a poem about Ukraine.
What doesn't destroy us only makes us stronger. You have many more heroes now. We all want the war to end. That is our goal, our only aim.
Next is the journey to the place where their loved ones, friends, and even strangers will be waiting for them. Guys, as you drive through the villages, make sure to look out the window. As always, they sing on the buses.
We stand ready to solemnly pledge that we will lay down our very souls and our physical bodies in the pursuit of our ultimate freedom, ensuring that our liberty and independence are preserved for all generations to come through our unwavering dedication and sacrifice.
After the traditional anthem, everyone has their own song they wanted to sing while in captivity.
I truly understood all of my close friends, and I simply could not forgive my bitter enemies because my legendary godfather is Kreshchatyk.
Today, 205 of our servicemen are returning home, and the total number of those returned as of today is 9,253 people. In
Chernihiv region, Natalia Nahorna, Nelly Kowalska, Ihor Siri, Volodymyr Parakonsky, and Oleksiy Tsober. TSN 1+1. United News Marathon.
And Ukraine is in the Eurovision final. Last night, late in the evening, singer Leleka performed on the stage of the song contest in Vienna with the song Rydnym. The performance was minimalist, with only the singer and bandura player Yaroslav Juz on stage. Producer of this year's national selection, Jamala, also came to Austria to support Leleka. On her TikTok, the singer posted a video showing how she was nervous about the most difficult part of the song, a 30-second vocalization in a single breath. And it seems she was pleased with the result. On social media, people also shared their anxieties and expectations about whether Leleka would be able to pull off the difficult part. Opinions were divided. Some were completely captivated by the vocals, while others felt that at the end Leleka may have overdone it a bit. In any case, Ukraine maintains its record. We are the only country that always makes it to the Eurovision final. Viewers are also joking that this year the organizers probably realized that Ukrainians have no nerves left anyway, so they announced Ukraine's qualification for the final almost immediately. In previous Eurovisions, they kept the suspense until the very last second. And with such a poignant and hope-filled song, the stork returns home. The coordination headquarters for the treatment of prisoners of war illustrated the emotions of our guys during today's exchange and their return to their native Ukraine. This piece turned out to be very appropriate here. Both the melody itself and the lyrics, I quote, "When we protest against our fears and turn all our troubles into joy, I know that the roots still carry water." And then there's a play on words. I will embroider, as in the English word wish you, and embroider in Ukrainian, like a shirt, a new fate for my dearest loved ones. Another 205 Ukrainian heroes, our loved ones, our dearest, our home. Now listen for yourselves. When we finally decided to mount a courageous and unified defense and responded with our own intense, grueling, and highly strategic military engagements, we fought with every ounce of strength we possessed until we systematically drove every single one of the hostile invading forces back across the borders and away from our lands forever, thereby securing a future of absolute tranquility and safety for every citizen and ensuring they would never return to threaten our peace again.
I am certain that the opposing forces will never forget this war. Everything will be Ukraine.
You might have seen him in our stories back in 2020. Back then he was a press officer. These are our shared photos from near Mariupol. We knew that he ended up in Olenivka, then was transferred around Russia, and the last stop was Udmurtia. We waited. There is an apple in his hand. He hadn't seen such a luxury for so long.
A total of 4 years and one single month.
Them one day.
Almost everyone carries their precious apples with them, sometimes risking a bite of such an unimaginable treasure.
This is a Ukrainian apple.
You know it's brand new, but we keep it tucked away in our hands for an even greater amount of time.
Like honey. Honey isn't as sweet as this apple. Grown on Ukrainian soil.
I've lived for 42 years, and I wonder, what is joy? What will I see? An apple.
Seri has the most gifts. He is returning home on his 36th birthday, and 200 people greet him joyfully.
Please accept this symbolic gift for your birthday. Wishing you strong health and happiness.
Yevhen Zhuk wrote a poem about Ukraine while in captivity.
What doesn't destroy us only makes us. Your heroes have become stronger, much more numerous. We all want the war to end. That is our goal, our only aim.
Next is the journey to the place where their loved ones, friends, and even strangers will be waiting for them.
Guys, as you travel through the villages, make sure to look out the window. In
the buses, as always, they sing.
Both the body and the spirit. We are prepared to lay down our very lives and stand firm against any oppression in the pursuit of our ultimate and sacred freedom, no matter the cost we must endure.
After the traditional anthem, everyone has their own song they wanted to sing while in captivity.
I understood my friends, and I couldn't forgive my enemies because my godfather is Kreshatik, Kreshatik. Today, 205 of our servicemen are returning home, and the total number of those returned as of today is 9,253 people. From
Chernihiv region, Natalia Nahorna, Nelly Kowalska, Ihor Siryi, Volodymyr Parakonsky, and Oleksiy Tsober. TSN 1+, United News Marathon.